Hello and welcome. I am Shivani from Sundaram Digital Publication House. Today we are honored to have Padma Shri Professor G.D. Yadav sir, former Vice Chancellor of Institute of Chemical Technology ICT Mumbai. We are here to have his thoughts on a very special book, Divine Scientist, the biography of Padma Vibhushan Professor M.M. Sharma sir. So Divine Scientist is more than just a title. It feels like a statement. According to you, what makes Professor M.M. Sharma sir divine in the realm of science?
I have known Professor Sharma for more than almost 55 years, and I find he is divine because of his extraordinary blend of intellect, humility, and selflessness. He has all along lived a life of a very simple person, totally devoted to science, education, and national service, and of course, industrial consultations. But the most important part in his life is he never sought power, position, or privilege. He could have got it for his asking. He turned down the highest offices, in Indian science. Ordinary mortals would have certainly accepted them and chose to remain with his alma mater, the UDCT. When he retired, he was the longest serving professor in the entire history of India. His detachment from the worldly, allurements and ambitions is like that of a Jain Muni, you know, and his generosity of giving credit to his students and not taking anybody else's credit makes him a saint, and that is why he's like a Brahmarshi to us, the know-all person. That is why I call him a divine scientist. The book title is also that.
Okay. So, sir, my second question is having shared a long journey with Sharma sir, which part of his story in the book made you pause and relive a personal memory?
Well, this is a very interesting question. I never expected that during the book release, he mentioned me by name, saying that I endangered my life in removing the hutments on the footpaths of ICT. Me and my family were threatened, and still we did that. And I also collected funds from industry to beautify this food source. So he mentioned that. So that is his magnanimity. So ordinary person would not have said it, but he did it. So I think that was very emotional for me. And at the same time, another interesting part is that I used to assist him in writing his book. He was writing the book, and I used to correct everything, including making diagrams and all those things. And I was going to UK, and till the last 4 5 hours I was in the office, and I did it and went home. However, when the book was published, my name was missing from the list of acknowledgement, and somebody pointed out to him. Actually, he's so magnanimous. He wrote an apology letter to me that he has made a blunder, that he forgot to mention the name and he had not checked the proofs. That shows his magnanimity. I think these are rare qualities.
Okay, great. So you have seen Sharma sir very close, his highs, his visions, his mentorship. Is there something the book reveals about him that the world hadn't seen before?
No, most of the people may not know this, that he is a highly devotional person. He has a spiritual side. That he will have only one meal on Tuesdays, and wherever he is, he will go to Hanuman temple on Saturdays. Okay, or he will read Ramcharit Manas. So these are very interesting facets of his life. Many people may not know that, and he is very particular about it. He is particular about his food habits, and if he gives a word to anybody, he will ensure that he has kept that word. That is very rare in a person of his type.
Okay. So, sir, if young researchers and students were to pick up Divine Scientist, what would you hope they take away from his life?
Well, most important part, he has kept himself occupied all along. He is a avid reader of many, many different things, whether it is economics, science, technology, newspaper, movies, whatever. So his curiosity is like that of a child. And one must know that he abandoned many allurements of getting into power. He could have been secretary of DST, he could have been a director general of CSR, or he could have been a chairman of UGC. He did not accept any of those things. So that means if you want to serve the profession, the young mind should know that you can always serve it. You don't have to be attracted by the power. That is one thing the students must know. And his reading habits are such that he embarrasses many of his younger colleagues by asking them whether they have read the latest paper or not. That is one thing which is very, very interesting. So I think that is a great takeaway for all of scientists who are working or doing research.
Okay. So there is always a moment in every life that changes everything. Does the book reveal that moment in Sharma sir's journey?
Yes, I can tell you one interesting part is that when he was doing his PhD, he had finished his work much ahead of time, but he had to wait because there is a certain minimum period. And meanwhile, he had some ideas, and one of his idea was sold to Shell company in Netherlands for £1,000. That was a princely sum at that time. So that was the practical idea. So he always got connected with industry. And so I think connecting science to industry is one thing which he learned. And so I think that is one thing which changed his style of working. When he came to ICT, he ensured that all his colleagues get consultations from industry and they remain in touch with industry. I think that lacks in many other administrators. They might do it for themselves, but he did it for others. And another interesting part is that he encouraged girl students to go for higher studies
Right.
and PhDs and all that, and he ensured that they get good jobs. That is also one of the thing. He created a market for PhDs in for chemical engineering. It never existed, and his efforts were beneficial to others, including those doing PhDs in IITs and elsewhere.
Okay, sir. So my final question is, your career has been nothing short of phenomenal. So when can we expect your biography? We believe the world deserve it.
Yeah, very good question. Yeah, I'm writing my autobiography. Because I'm involved in so many things. I find very little time. Whenever I'm on the flight, I try to write. So I
Okay.
recollect and write. Maybe in next 6 7 months time, I should be ready with that.
Okay, sir. So thank you, sir, for having your valuable time.